Greg Daniels lives in the Balcones Woods subdivision up in northwest Austin, and he's been in a multi-front battle with his neighborhood association for many years. He's now got 7 cars parked out in front of his house, but that's not the source of the current problem he has. The biggest problem he has is where he used to park one of his cars, on his lawn, many years ago. That violated restricted covenants in the neighborhood. The whole thing wound up in court. Daniels lost, and a judge ordered him to pay $30,000 of the association's attorney's fees.
Take your time.
That was in 2003. The money's never been paid. Now, with interest, it's about $143,000 that Daniels owes.
That's a lot of cars.
I like to be honest. I'll be honest, I have no life. This is what I pretty much try to keep myself from going into severe depression over all this other stuff that I keep running into. They're basically, it's kind of like I buy things and then it's not, selling things is sort of, for me, a trouble.
What do the neighbors think about all these cars?
Well, actually, nobody said anything to me.
Really?
See, and that's what this whole thing is about. Nobody wants to talk to me. Well, the concept here is basically, are homeowners associations necessary and are they too abusive? That's kind of the headline of this whole concept of what's going on here. And obviously, I would like to say, yes, there's really no reason for their existence. And in fact, they've overstepped their quote-unquote authority and turned into an abusive, basically abusive operation.
Where we are...
The neighborhood association, which is now seeking to collect this money, through its attorney, declined to talk to me about the situation.
They have a legitimate judgment against you for $30,000. You've never paid it, and now they're coming back and saying you owe that plus all the interest, so it's somewhere north of $140,000. Well, did they make no attempts to collect?
Nope. Not in 17 years, not one call, not one contact, nothing. So I figured they just knew better, and they were just going to drop the matter.
No, the association has not dropped the matter, and Daniel said all the friction dates back to when he put this Texas-shaped fountain on his front lawn without getting pre-clearance from the neighborhood association.
Well, you see it's kind of fallen into disrepair. It's definitely not what it used to be. I had flowers in there, and it was beautiful. Okay, right now it's very sad. But that's kind of reflective of my feelings these days, very sad.
Here's a question. Are you an aggrieved citizen or the neighbor from hell? Which are you?
Well, I'll be honest. I keep to myself. I'll be honest. Yes, I have more cars than... There's some people that have a few cars, and, you see them parked around here.
Well, might someone say, then you should move if you don't like this neighborhood and the way everyone else chooses to live here?
That's kind of sort of what they say. There's only one problem. This is my only house I've ever had in my whole life. My parents... I grew up in one house all my life. I'm not a mover.
At this point, he's back against the wall. Daniels figures he's going to have to get a mortgage on his house in order to pay the money he owes to the association.